Change of scenery, change of position on your back. Come to your back and find two positions of the spine. One is going to be imprinted, where we're really flattened out. So I'm trying to make contact with the whole mat through my ribs, through my waist, in the back of my hips and my pelvis. And so I'm nice and flat and imprinted there. So just use your breath to exhale and hold that position. And really, if this was the only thing you did for the rest of 20 minutes, you'd probably be tired, especially if I asked you to put your legs in the air here. We're not going to do that quite yet. So I want you to find another position of your spine, which is extended. So this might lift your ribs. You're going to create space in your low back here. So this is a spinal extension. Chest is up, curve here. Everything is kind of tilted towards the ground. And then we've got a position in the middle in which our natural curves, some of our natural positions of the spine are present. And we call that neutral. I'm not going to quibble over how specific this needs to be, but it's not intentionally imprinted and it's not deliberately extended. So find that middle ground. So I want you to hold this position as we continue this exercise. Place your hands behind your head. Hollow out your armpits like somebody put balloons right under your armpits and you've got to hollow them out. You're going to be able to see your elbows in your peripheral vision. And I don't want you to change the position of your low back as you lift up. So zip the belly, zip like you're putting on a pair of jeans, zip that low belly and look up head, neck, and chest. So I'm not imprinting as I come up. I'm just lifting my chest and I'm zipping, hiding my belly button. But I still have a tiny bit of space. It might feel a little strange because often we're used to imprinting and flattening our low back when we do abdominal curls. This is a chest lift and this is a little bit different. So we're just lifting our chest like we're sliding our hips, bones, and our ribs together. And about 3 more like this. 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Hold it right here. Lift one leg into tabletop. Spine still doesn't change. Put it back down. Hollow out those armpits. Lift the other leg into tabletop. Spine doesn't change. Put it back down. Head, neck, and shoulders go down. Reach nice and long here. So now we're going to switch that up. I want you to imprint the spine. So go ahead and make that imprinted position. Zip that low belly, flatten against the mat, and find your waist like connecting all the way along the back. Bring your hands behind your bed. Put on the tight jeans again. Zip your jeans. Set that belly button up under your rib cage. Hollow out the armpits. Shoulder blades down the back. Elbows wide. And then look up towards your belly button. Imprint. You might be able to come up a little bit higher here. Just notice the difference. Notice, don't judge. It's not better or worse. It's just, it might be different. So what I want you to look for here, though, is that as you come up, your belly button should be going down, not lifting up here. So we're not poofing here. We're zipping and scooping. Keeping that scoop even when your head goes down. Let's do 3 more. And 3. And 2. Imprinted here. And 1. Hold it up right here. Hollow out those armpits again. Lift one leg. Breathe. Scoop that belly. Put it back down. Breathe. Lift the other leg. Scoop that belly. Put it back down. And head, neck, and shoulders go down. All right. Done with that. Wiggle it out. Rock side to side. We don't need to do 100 of something to work your core. You might even say if you can do 100 of something, it's not hard enough. I don't know. Anyway, we're moving on. You're going to find this nice neutral position again. Bring your legs into this tabletop. So knees are together, legs are parallel to the ceiling, parallel to the floor. If this does put a strain on your low back, feels super uncomfortable, it can be challenging. Challenging and uncomfortable or painful are not the same thing. But if you find it's particularly irritating, go ahead, imprint your spine, lift your heels a little bit, let your knees come a little bit closer to your ribs and imprint there. So find the position that works for you right here. We're going to just drift our knees from side to side, press those fingers into the mat, and inhale as you drift. And this hip can lift up, exhale, bring it back together. Inhale to drift. Exhale back. Notice if those shoulders want to peel off. Can we keep the work below the ribs? Inhale to drift. Exhale. Let's do a couple more. Inhale, drift. Exhale, zip it back. Inhale to drift. Exhale to zip it back. I want to give you one more thing to think about here. As you inhale and drift to the right side, reach through that left arm and bring it back. And then do the opposite. As you inhale and drift to the left side, reach through the right arm. So we got a little opposition going on. Let's do one more each side. Inhale to drift. Exhale, zip it back together. And last one. Inhale to drift. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, back together. All right, hug your knees. Let everything go. Let the belly go. We don't say that a lot in class, but when you get to, just let it go. Let the back relax. All right, last exercise on our backs for the moment. Toes might disappear here. Toes can be pointed or flexed or neutral, so don't worry too much about the feet. I'm just going to do little corkscrews. So little circles one way and the other. Like you're maybe making a pizza pan sized circle on the ceiling. So not a huge circle. You're going to inhale to drift it. Exhale, circle around. Okay, that was kind of a big pizza. Sorry. We're going to go in the opposite direction. Inhale, drift. Exhale, circle. So maybe your pizza pan is like a little wider than your body. Inhale, drift. Exhale, circle. Inhale, drift. Exhale, circle. Inhale, drift. Exhale, circle. Inhale to drift. Exhale to circle. Let's go one more each direction. Inhale to drift. Exhale to circle. Last one. Inhale, drift. Exhale to circle. All right, hug those knees again. We're going to come to our side. So the legs are going to be nice and long and kind of a banana shape. So they're a little bit in front of you. So I'm on a mat here. My feet are on the front corner of the mat. My back is lined up parallel to the back of it. These might be dancy for some of you. Work in your own range of motion and enjoy a little bit of a stretch here. We're going to do about 4 in each direction. What it looks like is bending your foot to your knee, stretching that leg, and lowering it down. So bend and straighten and lower and bend. This can be small and straighten and lower. It could also be bigger. If you're super bendy, you can let this go. However, for my bendy people, 2 more like this. Don't collapse down here. This is not the exercise. The exercise is staying lifted, core is strong, and down. We're going to do it one more time. Bend and straighten and down. So now we're going to reverse it. So the same idea. This leg can come up as long as this core is nice and supported, and bend and straighten. So what it's not is this. Nothing's going on up here. Everything is below the waist. And I'm sorry, and straighten, and bend, and down. Let's do 4 more like this. And up, and down, and straight, and up, and down, and straighten, and up, and down, and straighten. Last one, and up, and down, and straighten. All the way down to your side. And notice that there might be a little space collapsing here. So lift up, arms overhead, reach through the feet, and reach long. So we're going to hold a balance here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. This is all working. 3, 2, 1. And now bend that knee. You're going to bend and hold it right here. Yeah, my bottom arm is working here too. So don't let your whole side connect to the mat. For 10, 9, 8. Zip up jeans right here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stretch it nice and long. All right, we're going to beat our legs together 10 times. Little beats. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, coming to the other side. All right, remember to line up so your feet are a little bit in front of you, and then your back is parallel to the edge of your mat. And we're going to start with that leg bent and straighten. Call this a développé and an enveloppé, if you will. But remember, it's not a collapse. Don't collapse down here. Nice and tall and long. We're going to do 4 like this. There's 4 and 3. And it is turned out so the knee can go to the ceiling. And now you're going to reverse it. Lift up, keep lifted, press into the shoulder, up and down. And 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. All right, coming all the way down. Reaching nice and long. Think about the ears in between the arms here, so we're not looking forward down at our feet. All right, reach nice and long. We're going to hold here for 10, 9. Squeeze the booty. Good, squeeze your butt. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold again. Bring that leg to a bend. You can come all the way down if this becomes too tricky. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, last one. Little beats up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, your side lying. Sit up, take a little side bend. Stretch over, reaching nice and long. Make sure you're not looking down here. Keep your head, chin lifted. If you're sitting flat on the floor, you can do this with your legs bent or in cross-legged position or straight in front. Reach up and over. One more little series and body position for you here in this 20-ish minutes. We're going to go to kneeling. So when we're kneeling, we can be up on our knees or we can be on our hands and knees. So if kneeling, all the pressure on your knees is too much, then you'll do this with your hands down. Or if you're just feeling better about hands down, that's fine too. So here's what it looks like. I'll show you hands down first, and then we'll go to on your knees. So here, hands down right underneath your shoulders, zip this low belly, but notice the spine doesn't change. I'm not zipping to imprint. I'm not trying to make a big scoop. I know it's just hard to see. I'm just engaging my low core. My back is long. Zip the belly and look down between your legs. This is the angry cat. We're not going fully into extension. We're just going into the imprint of the cat. Zip the belly. Scoop up. And back. And scoop. And neutral. So you can stay there, or you can add this to move back a little bit here so you can see. Follow me. We can go into cat on our knees. So when we cat on our knees, we're really using our core to control our descent, and we've got to really anchor our feet into the floor. So to do this, we don't want to lean forward too much and sit back. We're going to use as much flexion here in our upper body. See if we can get down for our cat. So scooping, 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 scooping. My butt's working like crazy here. My feet are pressing in. And then I'm in my cat here. So here's my cat. And then when I come back up, I want to try and keep my hips forward here. And I'm going to return back up. So it's a small movement. Things don't have to be super big. Starting again here. Go ahead, bring your hands up overhead. And then keep your ears in between your arms as you go roll down. You're rolling down. All this is coming from my upper back and my butt working together. Reaching down. There's your cat. If you're on all fours, you're going to find it right here. And if you're coming to kneeling, you're going to come back and you're going to come up with your hands next to your ears. Okay. Probably feeling that in the booty there. So here's your thigh stretch for cat, after cat. So if you're on your knees here, your thigh stretch looks like this. I'll give you an option if you're on your hands and knees here in a minute. So press tops of the feet into the mat, keep the hips forward, keep the shoulders over the hips, and then just lean back. Lean back. Tight quads are not part of life, especially if we sit a lot. So we're leaning and leaning. Again, this is all so much of the back body supporting the stretch in the front of the body. And then press into the feet to come up. Grow taller and press. And let me give you the option here. If this is not feeling great on your knees, come down to your belly and one leg at a time. Just make sure here that this foot is not out to the side. We're really holding on to this ankle, holding on to the foot, bringing it right up to the glute. And then keep your spine nice and long so you're not twisted toward it. Reach, reach, reach. Nose to the mat. Neck is long. And then switch sides. You get the same nice thigh stretch. If you're already super flexible here, this might not be so much of a stretch for you. So to keep finding that, zip the low belly, squeeze the glute, maybe start to lift the knee off. My quads are pretty tight, so this is not one of my super flexible positions. And it's nice to be off the knee. It's not as much core work, but that's okay. All right, come back up. Last exercise to add a little bit of rotation to that seated and that knee stretch. So you've got a couple of choices here. You can do this back on your knees, or you could do this seated. So if you're on your knees, you're gonna hinge back, take one arm and reach and up. So now I'm looking to my toes, maybe just a little past my toes, and I'm going to my right side, so I'm feeling it a lot on my left.
To come up, I want to let the core lead. So I'm zipping this belly and coming back up. And other side. Reach up and over, looking for that heel. Zip the belly. And then keeping these hips as level as possible so that I'm not twisting here. Keeping them forward. Reaching up. And using the core to come back up. So a rotation without that knee work is to simply sit down, and this can feel just as good. Take a reach and stretch right here. Still opening up, and you can even straighten the opposite leg. So I'm twisting over my right side. My left leg is straight. Use the core to come back up. We're not going to hike ourselves up with our hands. So reach up and reach up and over and stretch. And back up through the middle. And there is on your back, on your side, and a little bit of kneeling, thigh stretch and rotation work. Thanks.